Welcome back to the channel, Racer X here, and today I'm back with my good buddies at Courtesy Dodge Jeep Chrysler Ram in Tampa, because today I've got a little comparison for you. It is all about the Charger Daytona versus the Challenger TA. The packages are very similar. I will compare them side by side, tell you what you get for the money. It should be a pretty cool video. If you guys are brand new, don't forget, hit subscribe. You can find that right over here in the corner, and off we go.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Before we jump into the modern versions of both the Challenger TA and the Charger Daytona, I feel like it bears mentioning that these packages are not new. Matter of fact, they date all the way back to like the late 60s, early 70s, and we had some truly iconic muscle cars back in the day. Matter of fact, in the case of the Charger Daytona, that car actually came out in 1969, and they only made 503 of these super iconic muscle cars. They featured a very unique nose, a high wing, and soon after they were actually adopted by NASCAR, and they were banned shortly thereafter for being too fast. So how cool is that? They were actually replaced by the 1970 Superbird, and we know how amazing that car was. And they're even carrying the Daytona namesake over to the 2024 ICE or EV Charger. So there is something to be said for that. So they're going to continue to give us the Charger Daytona moving into the future. And in the case of the Challenger TA, that car actually came out all the way back in 1970.
This TA had a 340 cubic inch, 290 horsepower engine equipped with this 6-pack with 3 2-barrel carburetors. This car was designed to run.
And a lot of people don't even realize that TA stands for Trans Am Racing Series. And whenever I think Trans Am, I always think of a Pontiac Trans Am, but that is not the case with this particular car. They made around 2,500 1970 Challenger TAs, and they brought it back for the 2017 model here on both the RT and the Scat Pack. So just a little history for you there. And directly behind me are the two cars that I wanted to show you today. Obviously, one a Charger, the other a Challenger. That is a 2023 Charger Scat Pack with the Daytona package. And this one right here is a 2023 Challenger Scat Pack with the TA package. Both are really good looking cars. So let's take a little closer look. So you have the Daytona package for the Charger and the TA package for the Challenger. They do look just a little bit different, but basically the same trim for these two cars. You cannot get it in the SXT or the GT. So basically it starts out as an RT. You can go up to a Scat Pack. The only exception was with the Charger back in 2020. They did have a Hellcat variant. They made 501 Hellcat Daytonas. And then of course we saw a special edition King Daytona in 2023. That was one of the last call models that they only made 300 of, but the package looks really good on both these two cars. Let's take a look at the sticker to see what we get. The Daytona package on the Charger Scat Pack is right at $58.85. It's about $400 less on the RT, but I want to give you a glimpse at what all you get with this package. First off, right in the front of the car, you get the Daytona badge. You get this semi-stripe right up here that says Hemi. I kind of like that. I mean, it does look distinctive. I don't think it stands out quite as much as the all-black hood on the TA package, but I do kind of like that. As you get over here to the side of the car on your wheels, you get the 20 by black gnarled wheels, and then you also get 275s on all 4 corners. You get the Daytona badging on the back here as well. Now this is standard on all the Daytona packages, including the Hellcats and the King Daytonas, and I really do like the black spoiler that comes on the Daytona as well. There are a couple unique things about the Daytona on the interior as well. Certainly the dash plaque here. You get the upgraded leather and Alcantara seats. So the seats in this package are actually very nice, and you can see right here, it does say Daytona right there on the back. You get black bezels over here. It feels pretty upgraded inside the Daytona. Another feature of the Daytona are the carbonite inserts. You can see them a little better from here, but they do carry up onto the dash all the way over, and those look like a nice little upgrade as well. Here you can see that beautiful 392 naturally aspirated Hemi on the Scat Pack, and you do get a cold air intake from Mopar as part of the Daytona package as well. Now, when you jump over to the Challenger TA package on the Scat Pack, it's right around $5,400. So it's just slightly less than the Charger Daytona. But as I mentioned, they're basically the same package. The look is slightly different. You still kind of get that blacked out roof, but the hood on this car stands out a little bit more to me. Certainly gives it a little bit more of a two-tone look than the Charger. And I love the big wide stripe on the side of the Challenger that says TA. That looks really good. Once again, you get to the back of the car, really the same treatment. You don't get that same thing right here on the car, but you do get a blacked out deck lid and a blacked out spoiler. Sorry guys, the car is just a little bit dirty, but it gives you a good look at kind of the black and green contrast on this car. To show you a couple slight differences between the Challenger TA and the Charger Daytona, first off, the seats in this car, you can see how they kind of have these little like rivets. I almost call them moguls, but that is very distinctive to the Daytona package. And you can see the gauges in this car are actually black. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then of course you get this finish here like I already talked about. And then as you jump over here, you do get leather and Alcantara seats on the TA package as well. Of course it says TA here, but you don't have those same lines on the seat. So that's different. Also the trim piece, little bit different in this car, almost the same, but a little different. And then of course the gauges in this car are white. You get the exact same 9.5 by 20 inch gnarled black wheels on this car that you do on this car. Same exact Pirellis, 275s all the way around for both cars. So nothing changes there. And just like on the Charger package, you do get the cold air intake from Mopar, same 6.4 liter. Obviously, if you had a 5.7 car, it would be basically the same kind of thing. While there are some subtle differences between these two packages, as I mentioned before, they are essentially the same. They cost about the same. I really like the two-tone look that the Challenger TA has. Obviously, you get some two-tone bits with the Charger Daytona as well. But it's just a really nice package. You get a nice upgraded interior seat on this. You get some different bezels. You get a few other goodies with this package. Certainly a little bit wider wheel package. So there are definitely some good things to say about both the Charger Daytona and the Challenger TA. I am a fan. And that about does it for my comparison of the Challenger TA and the Charger Daytona. You can get them on both the RT and the Scat Pack trims. We never did see a Hellcat version of the TA. Of course, as I mentioned, in 2020, we did have a Charger Daytona. Only 500 of those Hellcats were actually made. And then, of course, we saw the King Daytona, but never did we see a Hellcat with a TA package on it. And of course, we had the jailbreaks come out, so you could kind of configure your car however you wanted. But I definitely like the TA package. You'll see these cars sitting on lots, and I think they are very distinctive. So let me know what you guys think about the TA and the Charger Daytona in the comments down below, and I will catch you on the next one. So until then, Racer X.